for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
President Trump's fitness for office is now the top story in the country.
So while Hillary coughed and stumbled her way through the campaign trail for months, CNN lectured us for months about how we were all outrageous conspiracy theorists who are peddling fake news for merely questioning her physical health.
With that in mind, watch Sean Hannity spread conspiracy theories about Hillary Clinton's health. That was reckless speculation by Sean Hannity. She is now physically fit to be president, and there's no doubt about that.
But when some crackpot writer known for inventing fake quotes, who admits in his own book he's not certain the content is true, distance diagnoses Trump as being mentally ill, the same guy, CNN's Brian Stelter, says it's incumbent upon journalists to treat it with credibility.
But many Americans are worried, and journalists need to cover that. It is fair to ask about his fitness. Conspiracy theories about Hillary Clinton's health. That was reckless speculation. It is fair to ask about his fitness. Reckless speculation. It is fair to ask about his fitness. Reckless speculation.
The New York Times' Maggie Haberman said Trump fanned conspiracy theories about Hillary's health, but despite admitting that parts of Wolf's book are, quote, flat out false, she's doing exactly the same thing about Trump's mental health.
Something is unleashed with him lately. I don't know what is causing it. I don't know how to describe it.
Over a dozen lawmakers met with a Yale psychiatry professor for 2 days, after which she told them Trump was falling apart under the stress. What was one of her primary pieces of evidence for this claim? That Trump CNN wrestling tweet from 6 months ago. Well, I might as well end the video now because that's a watertight argument, isn't it? Case closed. Trump's not crazy. You are. You've been driven crazy by Trump. Many of you were crazy enough to believe that a joke about Trump watching the Gorilla Channel for 17 hours a day was real. That's how maniacally obsessed you are about Trump. From 2 scoops of ice cream to the way he drinks from a cup to Trump's well-done steak with ketchup. You just can't stop thinking about every minute detail of his existence. Seriously, the media is like a jilted ex-lover that Trump dumped who is now relentlessly stalking him. They even hide in bushes to try to catch a glimpse of his golf swing. They create delusional alternate reality websites in which Hillary won the election. These are not well people. You want to talk about crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy. Rioting in the streets because you don't like an election result. That's crazy. Trying to shoot up a baseball field full of Republican congressmen. That's crazy. Burning down college campuses because you don't like someone's opinion. That's crazy. Thinking hurricanes are Mother Nature punishing Americans for voting for Trump.
You know, you're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage.
That's crazy. Holding Trump's mock severed head aloft with a deranged sociopathic look on your face. That's crazy. Screaming at the sky like escaped mental patients because you're so triggered by Trump.
Oh, we should film it.
That's crazy. Endorsing a group that's listed as a terrorist organization by the DHS and FBI. That's crazy. Thinking that Trump's tweets are going to make the planet uninhabitable.
We all live in a world that could literally be ended in terms of a habitable planet because of the sad man's insecurity.
That's crazy. And all of that craziness was brought to you by the mainstream media's hysteria. The same people responsible for 1 solid year of rampant, fevered, anti-Trump madness are now calling Trump crazy. I mean, talk about projection. You want to see crazy? Don't look at Trump. Look in the mirror. When you're literally having to take medication to treat your Trump derangement syndrome, you're probably not the most credible voices to be calling other people mentally ill. When you look like you've just escaped from a straitjacket after bouncing around a rubber room for a few hours, maybe you shouldn't be questioning others' psychological stability.
You're a nut. You're crazy in the coconut.
Trump derangement syndrome is so widespread, it qualifies to be added to the next diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders. Hillary Clinton's former chief speechwriter admitted that Trump literally causes mainstream media reporters to be afflicted with mental and physical ailments. Oh, there's an epidemic of crazy sweeping America, all right. but patient zero is in the newsrooms of CNN and MSNBC. It's also pretty ironic how you're all so obsessed with this idea that Trump colluded with Russia, when the tactic of declaring your political opponents to be mentally ill is straight out of Soviet Russia.
These psychiatrists now who are trying to diagnose without ever having met the man, that's what they did in Russia. I represented dissidents who they locked up in mental hospitals. That's what they did in China. That's what they did in apartheid South Africa. How dare liberals, people on the left, try to undo democracy by accusing a president of being mentally ill without any basis.
Look, you've tried everything to achieve your coup d'etat. The recount failed. Death threats against the electors failed. Your fake Pissgate dossier failed. Your phony Russian collusion narrative failed. Now you think the 25th Amendment's gonna do it for you. You think a majority of Trump's own cabinet and then 2/3 of both chambers, both of which are controlled by Republicans, are gonna declare Trump insane and just remove him. There's more chance of Hillary Clinton representing America in ice skating at the next Winter Olympics. It ain't gonna happen. And to believe it could, you'd have to be crazy. Here's an idea. And hey, call me crazy, but why not get an actual policy platform and, oh, I don't know, win an election? Until you manage to do that, please, do us all a favour and just dial back the crazy.
Crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving